Hello again, it's Amanda, and I am here with my first layout from the May Cocoa Daisy kit record label. I got the main kit and I got the add-ons Johnny B and Buddy. I'm just going through showing you some of the supplies. For this layout, I actually have two things to scrapbook. I have a photo of a Starbucks frappe that my husband and I shared on a recent shopping trip, and then I have the gift card that we used. Um, my husband and I are doing Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace right now, and he's actually teaching it at our church, and then we're going through it together. But one of our things was to cut out frivolous things like Starbucks coffee that um, we sometimes use as a treat. And we had a gift card that we got by paying one of our credit cards off, and so we decided to use that. So that's kind of what the journaling will be about a little bit later, but what the page is about. Is just instead of buying two, we bought one and used our gift card. So I'm going through the papers and I decided to use that bluish green cardstock as my background. And then I have a ledger blue paper, and there was this khaki craft print, and it had a lot of masculine phrasings behind it, like handsome and things like that, but I knew I could cover it up. And then on the other side of that craft paper is border strips, and so one of the border strips was a typewriter with the font going across that says "Tell Your Story," and I really liked that. So I'm inking all my edges with my Memento ink. I do that a lot. I either do brown edges or gray. And so now I'm just trying to figure out how I want my layers to go. And I know that I want that border strip to just kind of anchor everything down. So I center it all the way across the page. And I do that a lot in most of my layouts, actually. If you notice that, I'll have something going completely horizontal across the page or completely vertical across the page, just to kind of anchor it. Going through the die cuts. This is a really fun kit. I'm finding it challenging to use, though, because it's very musical themed. And if you knew me, like personally, you would think that's very strange because I'm a very musical person. My undergrad in college is in vocal performance. I direct the choir at my church. Um, I'm a very musically inclined person, which is why it's really strange that I'm having such a hard time with this kit. But it's okay. It's challenging me, and I'm okay with that. So I'm going through my little stack of embellishments. I'll pull out that mini file folder. You'll see it come into play a little bit later. I'm going through the ribbon and the stamp. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use a stamp yet. That's going to be a big challenge for me. In fact, I might have to make that a challenge for myself because it's like a footstep pattern for dancing. I guess that's what it is anyway, and I just don't know how I'm going to use it. We'll see. So that coffee time tag from Chic Tags, I'm cutting that out because it's perfect, obviously. And I've got those little label stickers from My Mind's Eye, the collectibles collection, and I don't remember if I use any of them. I don't think that I do, but I like the colors and they matched. I've got that vellum again from Studio Calico, the hex pattern, and so I'm putting that behind the photos just to kind of give it a little bit of contrast. And now I start playing around with my gift card, trying to figure out where I want to put it. And at first I thought it was going to go directly onto the page. Excuse me. But after looking at it, I really didn't like how the green clashed with the blues and the crafty grays. So then I pull out that file folder because I love the file folder, but I didn't like the smiley face, so I knew that it would never be a prominent element on any of my pages. It's just not my style. So I stuck the card inside of it, and that's going to get layered on. So at this point I'm layering all of my elements together, my paper elements, and I've inked all the edges so they all match. And so I'm going to take some glue dots and I'm just going to stick that gift card down inside that folder, and I left just the itsy bitsiest teeniest bit of green up there at the top. Now I'm playing around with where to put them, where to put the gift card. And there, this is one of those pages where I ended up having to add a lot of dimension purposefully. Like I added 2 pop dots down there because there was so much, what am I trying to say? There's so much depth up at the top because of the thickness of that gift card that I really needed to make it balance out and match. So that's why I did that. So looking at my sticker sheets, I've got that cool font. There's that tab that says recorded. A lot of the elements say things like recorded, take note, documented, things like that came in this kit because again, it's kind of musically, it's a very music themed kit. So I'm having to be creative with how to use the elements to just scrapbook normal everyday things. So I'm just going to be playing around with some different elements, some different label stickers and chipboard stickers for a while, and I thought I would go ahead and take the time to discuss some of the things that's going on right now. I currently am working on just kind of getting an arsenal of videos together. I've been saying that for a while, and it's because I'm a week and a half away from my scheduled C-section. It's next Friday, the 31st. But I went to the doctor today because I'm having just some signs of pregnancy or signs of labor, and I just want to make sure that I'm staying on top of it. So the doctor doesn't know that I'm going to make it till the 31st. Of course, they have no way of knowing, but just in case, I'm really trying to get some things together because I really want to keep up with my weekly layout and process video series on my blog that's on Tuesdays. So I won't be able to make it up to my studio for the first 3 or 4 weeks because with a C-section I can't go upstairs. I am trying to get some kits together that I could bring to the kitchen table and sit and scrap that way. So we'll see if that happens. And I can record from my kitchen table, so that might work. I won't have access to my whole stash, but I can try to do that. But I'm just trying to get stuff together so that I can keep videos coming up even whenever the baby first gets here. And then I also have a really exciting new series starting this Thursday on my blog where I am recognizing some very fabulous scrappers but somewhat unknown or not as well known as I think they should be on my blog for a guest post series. And the first one is Nicole Jones from Nicole Jones 911 here on YouTube, and her process videos are amazing. And she agreed to be my first guest poster, so she will be live on the blog on Thursday. Or not, she won't be live, but the post will go live on Thursday. And she's got lots of fun tips and techniques to share. And then I also, today, this is Monday, I posted a small giveaway for some vinyl that I cut out for my silhouette that I can mail out to someone. And it's super simple to enter. You just go, leave a comment. I'm going to leave it up through Sunday. And then Sunday night I will randomly draw the winner and mail it out. And there's a picture that shows what it looks like. It's something that I used, and I just thought it would be fun to cut out extras and mail to someone, kind of as a random act of kindness type thing. But so go to my blog and check that out. There's lots of fun things that are going to be on my blog in the next coming weeks. I've got lots of it prepped already, and I'm just really excited to see how it all plays out. So back to the layout. I've added my title of Frappe Built for Two, or Frappe, however, I don't really know how you say it. I think it's Frappe. And then I'm adding some twine, just some little balled up twine to the page. And now I decide that I'm going to make things really hard for myself because I have my paper piercer like 6 inches to the left, but instead of using that, I try to use scissors, and then that doesn't work, and I end up bending my page. Then I try to take the brad part of the brad off, and that doesn't work. So finally I get smart, and I get over my laziness, and I grab my paper piercer, and wouldn't you know it, it works perfectly because, well, that's its job. So sometimes being a lazy scrapper really does not pay off. And so I adhere that little heart brad down so that it says heart coffee time. And I decided to add a little bit more twine coming up off the brad. I thought about using the date stamp, my Dear Lizzie roller date stamp, but I don't. I put it back. It just didn't fit with what I was working on. Still playing around, trying to figure out if I want to use that chipboard element, and I don't end up using it. I think at this point I decide I'm going to put the twine off of that heart and then add my journaling. And oh, I did add some photo corners, and those were just stickers from the sticker sheet. And it kind of brought in that orangish red toned color that originally came from the file folder, the tabbed part of the file folder. This is really one of my favorite pages that I've created in a while because it's kind of a it's a couples themed layout because it's about me and my husband, but it's not like mushy gushy us hugging and kissing each other or whatever. It's just symbolic of something that we share together. So now I'm just adding my journaling about the special treat that we shared, and that wraps up the layout. I really love how it turned out. I love the subtlety between the blues and the crafty gray colors and the orange. So there you go. I hope you enjoy it. Check out my blog. I would really appreciate if you subscribe and follow over there. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Happy Monday. Bye.